Welcome students. Today in this video we are going to discuss a very interesting topic of indefinite integration, and this topic is integration by parts. We use this method integration by parts when we have to integrate product of two functions. Let us make it clear. Suppose u and v, these are functions of x. Here functions of x. Then if you have to integrate product u and v with respect to x, then how we will integrate it? There is a formula, there is a rule, and we must remember this formula. This is equal to, suppose this is first function and this is second function. Then we write this formula as first function to integration of second function minus integration of derivative of first function into integration of second function and whole dx here for this integral sign. So we must remember this rule, we must remember this formula, that when we have to integrate product of two functions, here integrand is u into v. U and v are functions of x. Then integral of u into v dx is equal to first function means u, integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function. This is a very simple formula. You can remember it very easily, and after doing some problems you can understand it very well. So let us start our practice with some simple questions. Let us start with this question. Integral of x log of 2x. So you see here x and log of 2x, there are two functions, product of two functions of x. So we have to use this formula here. But before using this formula, you must remember a rule how to decide which function should be first function, whether this x will be first function or log 2x will be first function. Here order of writing these two functions doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter that whether x is written first or log 2x is written first, it doesn't matter. So you have to decide that which one of these two functions will be first function, and for this decision it will be very useful to understand a rule which is known as eyelet. So here I stands for inverse function, L is logarithmic function, A is algebraic function, T is trigonometric function, and E is exponential function. So first function will be decided in this order. If inverse function is there, it will be first function. If there is no inverse function, if logarithmic function is there, this will be first function. So in this order we can decide about first function. So in this case we are having x and log 2x. So this is algebraic function and this is logarithmic function. So according to this rule, which one we should take as a first function? Clearly log function should be taken as first function and algebraic function as second function. So you see here log 2x will be first function. So by this formula we have to write first function integral of second function. So this is log of 2x, integral of second function means u dx minus this one integral of derivative of first functions. So d dx of log of 2x into integral of second function u dx, and we write here whole dx. So now this formula is very clear. We have used this formula and we have written here first function integral of second function, because here in place of u we have to write x, because second function is x here. Here also you will write x, correct? So we have taken log 2x as the first function and x as the second function. So we have written here first function integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function integral of second function. Clear? Now let us simplify it. This is log of 2x and integral of x is x square by 2. So let us write it in the left hand side. This is x square by 2 into log of 2x minus, let us simplify this term, integral of derivative of log 2x is, function of function. We have already discussed in the chapter of differentiation that how to differentiate using function of function. So first of all, log of 2x will be differentiated with respect to 2x, which will be 1 by 2x, and again 2x will be differentiated with respect to x. So this will be 1 by 2x into 2x will be differentiated with respect to x, that is 2 by function of function. Try to understand, once again I am discussing it. ddx of log 2x, first of all log 2x will be differentiated with respect to 2x, so that is 1 by 2x, and again 2x will be differentiated with respect to x, that is 2. So this is integral of derivative of this much into integral of x dx, that will be x square by 2. Here this 2 will be cancelled out and this x will be cancelled out with the square, and finally we will write here dx. Now next step, this is x square by 2 log of 2x minus integral of how much? X by 2 dx. Integrate it, very easily you can integrate it. So this is x square by 2 log of 2x, this is first term, half is common, and integral of x is x square by 2 plus constant of integration. So finally we are getting the answer. This is x square by 2 log of 2x minus 1 by 4 x square plus c. This is the answer. Correct? Now let us see next question. Here next question is integral of log x dx. You see, here we find only one function, log of x, but we have to use here the same process integration by parts by putting 1 here. So this can be written as integral of 1 into log of x dx. And as we have discussed this rule, I let here this logarithmic function will be first function and this algebraic function 1 is the second function. So this is first function and this is second function. And now we can use the formula for integration by parts. So this can be written as first function into integration of second function minus integral of derivative of first function. So d dx of log x into integral of second function, and we write here whole dx. Clear? Just we have used the formula for integration by parts that we have discussed and used in first question also. Now let us simplify it. This is equal to log x, and you know integral of 1 is x. So let us write x here, x, and minus integral of derivative of log x is 1 by x and integral of 1 is x. we will write dx here. Finally, this is integral of 1. So this is equal to x of log x minus integral of 1 dx, and this becomes x log of x minus x plus c. Very simple. Now next question. Here next question is integral of x tan inverse x dx. Now you see which one should be first function here. Try to recall this rule. I let, so inverse function will be first function. This is inverse function, so this will be first function, and x is algebraic function a here, so this will be second function. Now use the formula. First function means tan inverse x into integral of second function x dx minus integral of d dx of first function d dx of tan inverse x into integral of x dx. Here we write whole dx for this integral sign. Correct? Now let us simplify it. This is equal to, here integral of x is x square by 2. So we can write here x square by 2 into tan inverse of x. And in the second term, this is integral of, d dx of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square into this integral of x is x square by 2, and right here dx. Clear? And this is x square by 2 tan inverse of x minus, there is a very simple trick. You can write half here before the integral sign, and numerator this is x square and denominator 1 plus x square. So this can be written as 1 plus x square minus 1 divided by 1 plus x square for dx. You see, here 1 has been added here, again 1 has been subtracted, will be cancelled out. Finally, we are getting the same expression x square by 1 plus x square. So what is the benefit of writing this? It is being more simple, can be integrated very easily. See how we can integrate it. And this is x square by 2 tan inverse of x minus half. Here first term this will be cancelled out, so 1. So integral of, we can write it in the form of integral of two terms. So 1 dx and another is integral of 1 by 1 plus x square dx. Correct? Now we can get the result very easily. This half is multiplied with this expression. Now this can be written as x square by 2 tan inverse x in the first term, and minus, this is integral is x, so this is minus half x, and this integral is tan inverse x, so minus tan inverse x plus c. This is the result. Or we can take tan inverse x common from these two terms. Half is common in both the terms. So finally we can write here half tan inverse x will be common. So here x square, this minus minus plus x square plus 1 into tan inverse x, and this minus x because half is common here. So minus x plus constant of integration. This is the answer. Clear? We'll see some more problems now. Next question is integral of sine inverse x whole square dx. You see, here also we find only one function, sine inverse x whole square. But we can get product of two functions very easily. There is a very simple trick. We should put here sine inverse x is equal to t, or x is equal to sine of t, or dx is equal to cos of t dt. So now this integral can be written as sine inverse x is t, so this is t square, and dx is cos of t dt. Now we find here product of two functions. One is t square, another is cos t. So which one we should take as a first function? As per this rule, I let this is algebraic function, this is trigonometric function. So algebraic function is here, this will be first function, means t square is first function and cos t is second function. Now expand it with the help of the formula. So first function, integral of second function minus integral of derivative of t square into integral of second function dt, and this whole dt. Correct? Now evaluate it. This is t square, this integral is sine of t minus integral of this derivative is 2t, and this integral is sine of t dt. So this is t square sine of t minus 2, and again t and sine t. So this is first function, this is second function. So we can use the same formula again, integration by parts. So this is first function, integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function ddt of t into integral of second function sine t dt, and here whole dt. Understood? First function, integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function, integral of second function. Now evaluate it. This is t square sine of t minus 2t, integral of sine t is minus cos t. Correct? So this is minus of cos t minus integral of this derivative will be 1. Okay, and this integral is minus of cos t, minus of cos t and dt. Next step, this is t square sine of t, we can multiply it. So this minus 2t into minus cos t plus 2t cos of t. Correct? And this minus 2 into minus, again minus, so this becomes minus 2, and integral of cos t is, yes, sin t. Correct? So this is sin t plus constant of integration. Now simply we have to replace t with the corresponding value sine inverse x. So here we can write t square means sine inverse x whole square, and sine t means x. So x sine inverse x whole square plus 2, here t is sine inverse x, and this cos t can be written as root over 1 minus sine square t, and sine square t is x square. So this is root over 1 minus x square. Understood? We have written cos t as 1 minus x square. Since cos t can be written as root over 1 minus sin square t, and sin t is x, so 1 minus x square, minus next term is 2, and again sin t is x, plus c, constant of integration. So this is the answer. Now we'll see one more question, that will be last question of this video. You might have understood very well how to use the formula and how to select first function out of these two functions, product of two given functions. Last question we will see now. Next question is integral of sec cube x dx. Here also we find only one function, sec cube x, but using a very simple trick we can integrate it very easily by the same formula of integration by parts. We can write this one as sec x into sec square x dx. Clear? And we'll take sec x as the first function and sec square x as the second function. So by the formula of integration by parts, we can write first function integral of second function minus integral of d dx of first function integral of second function this whole dx. Clear? And this is equal to sec x, integral of sec square x is tan x. Since derivative of tan x is sec square x, so by reverse integral of sec square x will be tan x. This is tan x minus integral of d dx of sec x is sec x tan x, and integral of sec square is tan x. This whole dx. Next step, this is sec x into tan x minus integral of sec x into tan square x, and this tan square x can be written as sec square x minus 1. Clear? And this is equal to sec x into tan x minus, you see there are two terms, so integral can be written term wise, minus integral of sec cube x dx minus minus plus integral of sec x dx. I hope you have understood it. This is value of integral of sec cube x dx. Now we will transpose this term to left hand side. Same terms are here. So here left hand side we can write 2 integral of sec cube x dx is equal to, this is sec x tan x and plus integral of sec x. You know how to get integral of sec x, you have done it very earlier in the previous video. So this will be log of sec x plus tan x, so plus log of sec x plus tan x plus c, and dividing both sides by 2 will get the answer. So therefore integral of sec cube x dx is equal to half sec x into tan x plus log of sec x plus tan x plus c. Better to write c outside here. or write C dashed. This is the result, this is the answer. So students, in this way we can do integration by parts very easily. This is very simple and interesting topic, but very important. So I will suggest you to do some more practice so that you could have command over this topic. You can do these questions very well in your examinations, and this integration by parts will be useful in another questions also. In another video, in next video, we will see some more problems based on the same topic, integration by parts. So students, thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best.